を守れるのはお前だけさ。戦え、みんなの夢壊すものは許さない。正義の限り熱くたぎらせろ炎の情熱。剣の力とともにGo on You can do。
Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another war video. This is, I presume, war number 10 of season 68. Yeah, I had 8 fights in this war. So yeah, let's start the video. Also, I ranked my Doctor Bong up to rank 5 yesterday. So I wanted to bring him straight into war and see how he performs. So I'm running path 9 for this war. My first fight is against Node 9 Quicksilver, and honestly it's a pretty straightforward matchup for Doctor Bong. Once I throw my special one, Quicksilver completely loses his ability to evade my attacks, which makes the fight so much easier. This is also a hazard shift node, and one of the reasons I like Dr. Bong so much is that he can simply shrug off all those debuffs. It makes these kinds of nodes feel so easy. Quicksilver did catch me off guard for a second because of the power efficiency node. I wasn't expecting him to spam special attacks in a row. But once I got to my special 2, the fight was basically over. 1 SP2 and he's done. So my next fight is Node 18 against Nico Minoru. I decided to bring Warlock for this one because I felt he was the perfect counter. He is immune to her poison. On top of that, he can shut down her healing from her SP2 with infection, and also keep her power under control. Overall, it's a pretty straightforward matchup. The only thing you really have to watch out for is the shock debuffs. As long as you keep an eye on those and don't get careless, this fight is very comfortable for Warlock. My next fight is Node 27 against Domino. This is another pretty straightforward matchup for Warlock. The node has power focus too, but Warlock handles it really well, so it doesn't add much difficulty to the fight. As long as you play patiently and stick to the usual game plan, it's a very comfortable matchup. There isn't much to worry about here, and Warlock makes quick work of Domino for another clean fight. The next fight is Node 36 against Dark Phoenix, and this was the fight I was most worried about going into this war. The main reason is the one I open node. It's such an annoying node because you can't just rely on parry her and hit her. Instead, you have to either intercept her or bait out her heavy attacks to create openings. On top of that, it's also a hazard shift node, which makes the fight even more stressful. Um, Unfortunately, that's exactly what happened. Um, I actually had the fight under control for the most part, but right at the end, I don't know why I just panicked. I made a bad decision, and it ended up costing me the fight. It was a really disappointing death because the fight was completely manageable. Sometimes that's just how Alliance War goes. You learn from it, move on, and make sure it doesn't happen again. Um, the next fight is Node 39 against Spider Woman, and this is pretty much the perfect fight for Doctor Bong. He's an amazing counter for her because he's completely immune to Power Sting, which removes one of the biggest threats in the matchup. That lets me play as aggressively as I want without worrying about taking unnecessary damage. Honestly, this was probably the easiest fight of the entire war. Once I built up to my SP1 to get things rolling, I pushed for my SP2, and after that, the fight was basically over. A clean matchup, a perfect counter, and another comfortable win for Dr. Bong. The next fight on my path is Node 40 against Ruby Thursday. This can be a pretty annoying fight because of the combination of nodes. You can't just rely on parries because of obstinate charge. Whenever she dashes in with a light or medium attack, she's immune to stun. So you have to be patient and choose your openings carefully. On top of that, there's ticking soul bomb. Every time you parry, you gain a fuse charge, and once you reach 3 charges, they are consumed and you're inflicted with soul barb, which deals 50% of your health as damage. So spamming parries is definitely not an option here. Then you also have Mixed Master in the mix, making the fight even more annoying. This is where Bong really shines. After landing my SP1, Ruby Thursday can no longer evade, which makes controlling the fight much easier. From there, the strategy is simple: bait out her heavy attacks, wait for her auto block charges to expire, and then punish safely. Once you understand the mechanics, it's honestly a textbook fight for Bong. Stay patient, follow the game plan, and the fight becomes surprisingly comfortable. The next fight is Node 43 against Void. I've taken this node multiple times with both Bong and Zemo, so I'm pretty comfortable with the matchup at this point. With Doctor Bong, the strategy is really simple. Just play the way Bong is meant to be played. He can shrug off all of Void's and hazard shifts annoying debuffs, which takes away most of the stress from the fight. From there, it's just a matter of building to SP1, keeping the pressure on, and then finishing things off with a SPL2. Overall, it's a very safe and comfortable matchup. Stick to the game plan, and before you know it, the fight is over. The final fight of the war is Node 46 against Serpent. I decided to bring Doctor Strange for this one because he can pretty much bypass everything the node is trying to do. On paper, it's a very straightforward matchup, and for most of the fight, everything was going according to plan. But right at the end, I completely messed it up. I won't spoil exactly what happened, just watch until the end of the fight and you'll see it for yourself. Thankfully, the AI was actually on my side for once. Serpent had every chance to throw his special 3, but for some reason, he didn't. That honestly saved the fight. I didn't even bother using an invulnerability boost because I thought this was going to be an easy, routine fight. Looking back, that was definitely a mistake. Thankfully, the AI gave me a second chance. Otherwise, I would have ended this war with 2 deaths instead of 1. that's going to wrap up this war. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the fights and the Bong showcase. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.